Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakah Hakadash. Double honors to apostles of GMS and the sincere. Shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. And I want to pretty much get into the topic about pretty much self-discipline, or for people, or pretty much being in the spirit of having discipline. Because you have a lot of new guys out here that don't have no form of discipline, no form of respect in a righteous manner, and it's unbefitting for us to be doing the same, or more so to pretty much keep us in the spirit as well, because we don't want to end up being like them. Because it's one thing for us to say that, or to do, we'll just pretty much say what they're doing wrong, but we gotta also keep it in bear mind to make sure we ain't doing the same thing. Make sure that we don't have those demons on us to do the same thing, that to make us do the same thing that these guys out here are doing. So I'm gonna start off with the scripture, 1 Corinthians 9:25, and it says, "And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things." So when it comes to, let's say, I mean, just anything that they believe in, like religion, or even coming into this truth, I'm gonna just say basically coming into this truth. Number one is that they had they want to have that temperate, or they want to have the mastery of all things in this truth. And that's a lot of us, that when we first start off, we're so excited to learn the truth that we want to know everything about it, which is indeed a good thing. But that's there's a thing where we gotta have a balance with that, because having understanding of these scriptures and everything about this truth is like how should I say, it's like power. So when it comes to power, you have to have a responsibility with it, which means you gotta have control with it. You can't abuse it. That's why the famous line is, with responsibility comes, it's like with power comes responsibility. And that's always been a major key thing right there, is because we gotta have the mastery to control this power that's been given to us by the Spirit of Yahweh Shah. So I'm gonna give this definition of temperate, and it says, marked by moderation, such as keeping or held within limits, not extreme or excessive. So when you first come into this truth, yeah, a lot of times pretty much everybody was kind of raw and heavy on fire, and but like the scripture says, every man that every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. So we've been in the beginning, we're marked by moderation. We're being kept and held within limits, which means, while we're in this truth, we have the hunger to learn more, but we had the balance, at least enough balance to know that we ain't gonna go overboard with it. Like we ain't gotta just completely study without actually taking a break and certain in between these things. And like I said, this truth is like a power that we like to have, but we that's why it's a moderation within this truth. And that's why, believe it or not, the only reason we didn't go overboard a lot of times within this truth is because we had elder brothers in the truth, and I mean just within age, or just in this truth age wise, that helped us trim our lamps a bit more, so we don't go over the top. But and that's what we did, and that's what even with certain guys in this camp that then fell out, we had to pretty much calm down, or I would say even the brothers even before me that joined this camp, we had to pretty much calm them down a little bit because they had the hunger to to push to have the knowledge, but with us they had a good balance so it doesn't make them crash or burn. So I'm gonna keep reading. And it says, now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown. And that's what a lot of guys didn't fall off. Now they make their own camps and such things that they doing it for fame, for the glory. They doing it for fame, for women, views, and so on and so forth. They doing it for the corruptible things. This is all the views, the women, everything that they're doing it for in this world for worldly things is corruptible. While we're out there trying to do or trying to oppress Yahweh Shah, to make sure that we're only here to wake up the elect so we can get the hell out of here. To wake up the elect, tell Esau's downfall, and prophesy. Those are three things. We ain't out there for women. We ain't out there to get views or start a big crowd and so on and so forth. We ain't out there bullhorning people. We ain't out there trying to catch every single person attention. We ain't out there trying to wake up every black man, woman, and child. Those are all folly and foolish things, which a lot of people don't have the understanding of. And it says, "But we are incorruptible," which means, sorry, which means we can't be we're not corrupted because we don't care about the things in this world. We don't care about views or trying to get every wake up every so-called sister or wake up every black man, woman, and child. We ain't, those are foolish things that's done and over with that we can get back in this in the kingdom as far as dealing with women. And it says, let's see, it says, I therefore so run not as certainly, so fight I not as that beateth air. So while we out there doing this truth, we ain't out there with uncertainty. We ain't out there to feel like, are we doing enough to wake up these people? Well, yeah, we ain't out there feeling, are we doing enough to wake up these people to get more women, to get more views, just to bring in anybody. We're certain of what we're out there for. We ain't uncertain. I mean, because that's what a lot of guys are when they leave these camps, leave our camps, is that they was uncertain from the get go, because they don't like what we teach, because our elders teach wrong or some crazy shit. They was uncertain in the first place. They was uncertain how discipline should be marked. Uncertain of having order, because that's a major thing with these guys is order. They don't have none, and this is why we try to make sure that we stay in a correct manner. And it says, "But I keep under my body and bring into subjugation." Salakia. It says, "Bring it to subjection." Now, I'm gonna get that definition of subjection because these scriptures have meaning behind them, and it brings off to different ways. But these are pretty much clear cut scriptures right here that tells it how it is. And this it says subject, one that is placed under authority or control. So let's read that scripture again. It says, "But I keep under my body and bring into subjection." So when if we bring in subjection, that means we one that is placed under authority or control, and that's what uh, a lot of guys that leave these camps we having a problem with is they don't want to be under the authority of anything. They don't even have authority in their own camps. It's just all about whoever is there, basically. They don't have no control, no authority, no order. There's no order in these things. It's a thing with it's basically chaos. Because what's the opposite of order? It's chaos. Order and disorder. So those are actual things. I'm actually look into disorder actually while we're at it, because that's a thing I seen with a lot of camps that have a problem with order. And it says this is disorder to disturb the order of, to disturb the regular or normal functions of, and that's exactly straight to the point. It even says under it a lack of order, breach of peace or public order, and that's exactly what happened. It's a lack of order. These guys disturbed our order, and they have a lack of order. The peace we have amongst each other was breached. It was broken. We had we it went. That's how in I would say a lot of our camps in GMS guys, we have our shits and problems. But that's what makes us even better being together as a brotherhood. You got some guys that's just in this truth for fame and glory, and they just want to disturb the peace. They wanted to disturb the peace between us by breaking this brother up, breaking that brother up, and so on and so forth. So he can get on top of the leaderboard, and that's not supposed to happen. But of course, in this captivity, it does. But that's what they do. They destroy our peace within each other, and that's why I wanted to get into this topic, because we got to make sure that we don't be disorderly. We got to make sure that we keep our order and conduct ourselves as the brotherhood we claim ourselves to be. So that's pretty much it on that. So with that, Shalom, death to Babylon, and to these wicked two-third camps. Shalom.